The supercar world is changing drastically. Most manufacturers are ditching naturally aspirated engines for ones fitted with turbos. The classic exotic car recipe is a dying breed. Ferrari is one of these manufacturers, but they do have one car that holds true to their roots. And here she is, the Ferrari V12 Superfast. This car is a dying breed because this is the original recipe. The recipe Ferrari thought to make the perfect road-going exotic supercar. This is just only the modern version of it. So I am having an inner battle because a part of me is saying this is 100% the best car you've ever driven, Sebastian. But then another side of me, which is the inner kid in me, is saying no. Simply because, well, I grew up loving what? Lamborghini Diablos, F40s. And what did they look like? Flamboyant, arches, spoilers, engine in the back. You don't get any of that here. But I think that's why the adult side of me loves it, because it's kind of understated. It's essentially a regular car design, but just amplified to the max. It still looks menacing, and you know there's something devastatingly powerful under that hood. It has a naturally aspirated 6.5 liter V12 that produces almost 800 horsepower and 530 pounds of torque. And the engine gives you a feeling as if you're the biggest, baddest thing on the road. And it feels like the power is never ending. And as far as the interior is as you expect, covered in fine Italian leather, carbon fiber trimming. There's always somewhere that lets you know, hey, you're in a Ferrari and the model it is. And there's always a sense of Italian pride somewhere. And anytime I get into a Ferrari, I cannot get over the steering wheel. It's one of the most beautiful steering wheels in the game. Actually, the most beautiful steering wheel. Who doesn't love the idea of feeling like they're in a Formula One car while they're getting even a cup of coffee? And look at these seats, they speak for themselves. One of the most gorgeous seats I've seen in a very long time. Now every time I'm about to turn on the car, I always have this moment, and it's very silly. It reminds me of that Michelangelo painting. The one where the two fingers of Adam and God. I kind of feel that's exactly the moment I'm feeling right now when I'm about to click that start-stop button. And then on the right-hand side, the mode, I could keep it in sport, wet, race, which is more of the safe side, or I could just put it in everything off and just go to the pearly gates early. Let's turn her on and you're gonna see this is how a proper car should sound. So how is it to drive the V12 Superfast? Well, to start, it's supposed to be a Grand Tourer, but the drivetrain is too rough, its ride is too stiff, and the seats aren't plush enough. But where it lacks is a GT, it makes up for being a great supercar. Its handling is unreal due to its four-wheel steering. It's as if you're being transported around corners. The brakes are very responsive, the gearbox shifts with authority, constantly reminding you that you're in something powerful, and the engine is a masterpiece. The best I've ever experienced, hands down. Sounds like a Formula One car, revs like a motorcycle, delivers savage, almost terrifying performance. Truly a properly built supercar. In the end, Ferrari tried to make a Grand Tourer. Instead, they made something substantially better. Ferrari added what appears to be the last chapter to their naturally aspirated legacy. Today a dying breed, but soon to be extinct.